results. Revenue at 3.17 billion euros, up 4.2% year over year.
Reporting third quarter sales up 4.8%. Franklin Golf Romeo.
And Fed policy will be driven by the pace of the data. So policy will remain accommodative.
Futures off sessions low, still down about 1% on the day for a little more than 4 pennies.
We're going to talk today about trading as decision making, and this is a new framework for thinking about trading and investing in the markets. Jean-Paul Sartre, it is only in our decisions that we are important. That's a little bit of philosophy for the day. I think it is only our decisions that are important in the markets. So we'll talk about this. So what is this all about? What is investing in trading? What is it all about? Well, we start investing in trading to make money. That's our goal. And yes, that is correct. That is the outcome that we want. However, the day-to-day activity that we do to get that outcome is something different, right? Making money comes as a result of doing something else. What is that something else? Well, what are we doing every day? We're thinking about what to buy and sell, and there's always an element or a consideration of financial risk reward, right? I buy this, it could go down, but it could go up, and I could make money, right? So our task, if we want to put it bluntly, is to make the right risk reward decisions. So that means that decision making is our critical skill. We're making the right decisions about what to buy and what to sell. We're making the right decisions about risk versus reward. We're making the right decisions about when to get in out of positions and when to get out. So, and furthermore, because there's risk reward, because there's money at stake, the stakes are high, so it demands peak performance, right? You can't just say, oh, well, I think I'll go to the office today, see how it works out, right? That doesn't work. It's really, when the stakes are high, it demands peak performance. So if trading is decision-making, then obviously we want to understand decision-making. How does decision-making work? What does that mean? From like a cognitive standpoint, from a neuroscience standpoint, from a basic, prosaic standpoint of what are we doing. And then obviously we want to learn how to make better decisions, I would hope. Also, considering that it's a peak performance activity, right? It demands, performing or making the right decisions under stress. We want to learn how to perform our best under pressures and stress. And then we want to develop and hone the skill of making decisions like we would any other skill or any other kind of expertise that we acquire. So here's my crude model of how to make a decision. So you gather inputs, you evaluate them, you have a set of possible actions, and then you compare them to criteria for action. You compare them to your goal, and then you take action. So one example would be, in the markets, like the meeting we just had. So you gather a set of inputs. What is the stock doing, right? What is the news flow, and what are the price levels? You evaluate them. What does this price level mean? Is this a price level, a solid resistance level? Is it kind of a weak resistance level? What are my actions? Well, I could do nothing, or I could sell it. You want to compare it to your criteria. What makes a good sell? What makes, in my mind, a good short candidate or a good short? Compare it to your goal. Your goal is to make money. So, is this worth doing? Is it worth all of this hassle or not? And if so, then you take the trade. So that's how we make a decision, any kind of decision, and that's how we do it in the markets, right? This model works for anything. I mean, you could think about this with, meeting a member of the opposite sex, right? You gather inputs, right? There's plenty of fish in the sea, so which fish are most interesting. You evaluate them. Well, I'll leave that to you. What actions are there? Do I want to meet this person or not? Do I want to get to know them really well, etc.? Those criteria are up to you to decide, but you have your criteria for who's interesting and who you want to get to know better and not. Compared to your goal, whatever your goal may be. I won't judge you. And then you take action.